What's up, it's Jad T. Jones, and today we're gonna talk about getting back into the game. So one of the hardest things for men is to get back in the game. If you've been out of the game for a while, then I'm very sure you're feeling a little bit vulnerable, a little bit scared, and maybe even a little bit discouraged, right? When we're out of the game for a long time, we feel like our confidence has taken a hit. So how do you get back in the game? First thing I would tell you is take your time. You need to take your time, bro, all right? If you rush yourself, you're just going to put unnecessary pressure on yourself, and that's just gonna make it harder. What you need now is love, self-compassion, gentleness, that kind of thing. If you're too hard on yourself, if you're rushing yourself too much, what's going to happen is you're going to collapse under the pressure. What you need to understand is that right now, if you've been out of the game, you've lost momentum. You've lost momentum. Momentum is this magical thing that happens to us whenever we start anything. Whether we're doing, going to the gym, the momentum of going to the gym, the momentum of following a diet, eating healthy, and so on. And so the same thing applies with women. You had a momentum and now you lost it. So it's gonna take a little while to build that momentum up. So the first thing you need to do is allow yourself that time to build that momentum, okay? This is not the time to pressure yourself. This is not the time to be hard on yourself. This is not the time to criticize and judge yourself. This is the time to be loving and gentle with yourself and give yourself the much needed compassion that you need. So understand, getting back in the game, you have to build some momentum. So think of it like those old locomotive trains. It took a tremendous amount of coal, of energy, to get that train moving. Even modern trains, right? It takes a tremendous amount of energy just to get the wheel rolling, that first roll and second roll, and tremendous amount of energy. But once that train is going, it takes much less energy to keep it going, right? Because it has that momentum. So right now you're the parked train, okay? It's gonna take a lot of effort, a lot of mental effort, a lot of emotional effort, a lot of focus to start to get you going before you're gonna catch that momentum, right? So you need to understand that, accept that, and work with that, all right? Understand, it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be an emotional, it's gonna be an emotional battle. But you have to go through that battle if you wanna get that momentum, if you wanna get that train moving again. And so I think the place a lot of guys fail is they try to get back in the game, but they don't give themselves enough time to get that momentum. And so they go out there, they fail, because if you're rusty, then you're gonna do stupid things. You're gonna perform way worse than you thought you were a lot of the times, and you're gonna get very discouraged. So what you need are realistic expectations of the time it takes to get your mojo back, all right? To get your mojo back. My best advice for you is build that momentum. And that momentum takes time. Give yourself, who knows how long it takes. Maybe it's gonna take you a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 2 weeks, depending how long you've been away and what you're dealing with. However long it takes you, give yourself that understanding, give yourself that compassion. Take whatever time it needs to take. Your only duty at this point is to show up. Just show up, man. Show up every day and build that momentum. Okay, the girls aren't responding the way you want them to. Okay, you're not as charming as you imagined you'd be in your head. Okay, so it's gonna take a little time, but don't quit, okay? Don't quit. You're gonna be faced with a little bit of temporary failure until that momentum has built up, until you got that train moving. Once the train is moving, just think of this, all right? Keep the end goal in mind. Once that train is moving, bro, it's gonna get a lot easier. You're gonna get your flow back. You're gonna find your rhythm. And here's the second tip, is after you find that rhythm, that momentum is like gold, all right? Once you get that train going, it's not the time to sit back and relax and think, oh, I got it handled. No, you worked for that momentum, you earned that momentum, and now you have to keep putting forth energy in order to maintain that momentum. So that means you're gonna have to keep consistently interacting with women and keeping your mojo levels up high, all right? So that's it, man. If you've been out of the game, it's okay. It happens to everyone. Just be patient. Be patient, and most importantly, be loving to yourself. The last thing you want to do when you're in this position is be the drill sergeant, all right? You don't want to be yelling at yourself, criticizing yourself, hating yourself. Be patient, be gentle, be understanding, be loving, be supportive. And with that attitude, you'll be back in the game in no time. All right, so I hope that helped. This is Jati Jones. Take care.